Hello, my name is HistoryWes and welcome back to the Greenhouse SMP. Today we're going to start out by looking at a couple of builds on our server by Uncle Jimbo 64, who is one of the great technical builders. And you can see the place is starting to look better. Somebody has been working very hard to get the Mushroom Island covered with grass. And I had thought they had only covered a small area, but it looks like they've covered just about everything here, which is pretty impressive. Also, Stina Rose, I do have my rocket on. I don't know why I didn't fire. Stina Rose, our Commander-in-Chief, has also finished this walkway. Oh, and now it comes all the way up here. This is the first time seeing it come this far. It comes all the way up to here, deep into Roseville, and comes down and across in a nice little bridge over to Spawn. And of course it's lined with roses, as one might expect. And we see one of the two builds I want to take a look at today. Let me see if I can find a great place to land up here. How about right here? This is Uncle Jimbo 64's iron farm. And he has 8 spawning platforms. Each one has villagers and a zombie to scare them into producing iron golems, and you can see they are all going here. This one's hung up. He's like halfway through, but he will eventually either fall the way he's supposed to or fall out. I've seen a couple wandering around, but there's one down there. You can see him walking around. The vast majority of them fall down correctly into the water streams and then down into the lava. Oh, there's another one stuck inside of a wall. I wonder what's causing that. I'm pretty sure it's not the design. It might be something about the chunks that it's located in. It is located in our spawn chunks. Here's the spawn castle. And so it operates all the time, whether anybody is standing here or not, and produces tons and tons of iron. I myself have made great use of it. So, setting off back to Roseville here. Barbarian John has slept. Yeah, they've added so much grass. It's probably 2/3 of the way grass covered now. Got a section over here that's not. Okay, we're going to shoot through the nether. Because the next place we want to go to is the end. And I'm not sure where the community end portal is, quite frankly. But I know there's an end portal at Barbarian John's base, and there is an end portal at Aletha Prime's base. And there is a stronghold and end portal at my base. Which doesn't take long to get there by air. So we're just going to shoot through here. I am going to revamp my area here in the nether. That's one of the things on my to-do list. Another cat. Alright, we'll shoot down here to the mines. And the entrance to my stronghold is right down this hallway. It's quite a ways at the end. In fact, it is just like 1 block over the edge of my official territory. Well, we have an unwelcome visitor. Which reminds me, I don't have any arrows on me. I need to take care of that. But once we turn in, we are right there at the stronghold. Boop. And now we're in the end. So, Ender is this way. This was filled with Endermen last time I was here, so I threw down a few extra torches. Ender straight ahead. And we have this long walkway made of leaves. It's perfectly safe in reality, but it certainly seems a little frightening to be walking on leaves. Not to mention the fact that we are not enclosed in any way. I'm kind of one who likes my hallways enclosed. Although you have to say, this is a tremendous view. And here, rendering into view, is the Ender. And look at it, it's just magnificent. And we've got this roof here with double carpeting above, so Enderman can't teleport down to this section of the leaves. And inside, got enchanting station, a little decorative area, and right up this way is the Ender itself, where all the Endermen fall, and you can recharge all of your equipment very easily, get a lot of experience. I just threw my axe into there. That's brilliant. Oh no, I didn't. I just threw something else in there. My axe is in my offhand. Okay. And you can just kill a bunch of Endermen there. My axe is already repaired. It wasn't very damaged before because, boy, that didn't make them happy. And then all of the Ender pearls fall in here. Now, there are a number of people who believe that Ender pearls are part of the Endermen that fall down, but they are not. They are things that are carried by the Endermen. They are, in fact, the eggs of the Endermites, which Endermen hate, but they use their eggs for teleportation. That's the lore I'm going with. You can see this collects tons of Enderman Ender pearls, as well as Enderman heads. Let's see, we saw some heads in there. There we go. Enderman head. That's what I dropped in. It was the torches. And this is the overflow, so that they go right off into the void. So this is just an amazing view coming back. Again, Uncle Jimbo 64 built both the ender, and the iron farm, making him the MVP of the server, in my opinion. Let's see if we can't just fly on up here. There we are. Pop back in here, and we will be back at our base. Got a stack of pansies here. I built a bee house, and I bought some bees from Kyberg, one of our other players who is raising some bees, but they died, and I'm not sure why, but I expanded the bee house, and Kyberg supplied me with another beehive with some bees in it, hopefully. So we'll see if they pop out of there. I don't think they'll come out at night, so their Barbarian John is sleeping again. Here we are, daytime. Come on out, bees, if you're there. There's a bee. Okay, I'll give you a flower. And hopefully we'll have another bee pop out here. There we go. Alright, make a new baby. There we go. Here you go, baby bee. Here's some more flowers. Perfect. Okay, now stick those in there, and I will be back the very next Minecraft day to breed up more bees. We've got 4 bees so far. Perfect. Okay, back to our situation with the mob farm. It had been getting hung up with mobs not moving around, so they weren't being washed down the tube like they were supposed to be. And also, I was getting lots of different mobs, and I want to limit that as much as possible to creepers. So I've already done a couple of levels. Now I'm ready to do the top of another level, and what I need for the top is 5 stacks of blocks and 4 stacks of trapdoors. Of course, you can use any kind of trapdoors. So that's 1, 2, trapdoors are expensive, so I've been using a variety of wood types. Okay. Okay, I don't need these for the time being. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what I had to do is dig out the entire mob farm and rebuild it from the bottom up. And as you can see, it's still pretty low down here. Okay. I've already built 1, 2, and this is the 3rd layer. Okay. Let's turn these up so I can walk across them. Without falling in, because the trenches are twice as deep as they were before, so it's a little bit harder to get out of if you fall in. You certainly don't want to be swept down the hole because it's a long drop. Okay, so we need to build our ceiling. We need it. Whoops. No, that's right. We need it too high. We need it to cover everything except this 4x4 hole. There we are. Now the parts that are under here that are not over these trap doors, we need to place trap doors on. So like that. So they're in an 8x8 pattern, meaning 64 trap doors or 1 full stack. And this is a little bit nerve-wracking because at this point I always expect mobs to start forming, even though they don't usually. Again, we can use any type of trapdoor, so I'm just using whatever type I have the most wood of, and I had just bought some of the red, the crimson, and the warped stem wood from in the shopping district. Just a stack of trapdoors. the tricky part, getting out of here. Get a rockets in hand, and there we go. And we get to look at the base at night. It looks pretty good. And somebody finally slept, so all these mobs out here can Well, that's all that we have time for today on this episode of the Greenhouse SMP. If you enjoyed this video, please do all those YouTube things and look for information in the description below on how you too can be part of the Greenhouse Survival Multiplayer server. And as always, keep on Minecrafting.